And all I ask is the fans of the first ones, put some faith in us, trust us, we're going to do right by you. So.
Damn straight.
You know, we're doing something we believe in, and the hard thing that I was getting to is there's going to be fans of the first game that aren't going to like the second game.
I know even within the studio we've had a lot of like philosophical arguments about some of the events and what happens in the game, and I think in this one might be more divisive than the first game.
You can say that again, pal.
Neil went from saying in 2016 that fans of the first game, trust us, we're gonna do right by you, to in 2017 and lately as of 2020 saying the game is gonna be divisive and some people that love part 1 aren't gonna love part 2. It feels like his tone when speaking about the game kind of changed from what it was back then, and that he low-key predicted the current events we're currently in. Could it be that even the story of part 2 has changed? Now, there's more to this than the short clips I just showed, so stick around to the end and let's delve deeper and try to understand the full context of this. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Feel free to join the Deck Gang by subbing with all notifications. And a quick disclaimer, I consider myself unbiased towards Naughty Dog since I've discussed both good and bad news that have been presented to me. But I cannot deny that I am biased towards this game. I have not seen the leaks and I'm incredibly excited for part 2. I mean, I've been titty tapping myself on the regular because of this game. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, there's a part of me that's curious what the fuss is all about. I've heard that most people who've seen the leaks are not excited about the game, and if I don't notice what the fuss is all about while playing the game, I'm gonna go online and check it out for myself after finishing it. Cause like when I saw Spider-Man 3 for the first time, I thought it was amazing and I was hyped as hell. But then after calming down and seeing it a couple of times and seeing what the fuss was all about, I kinda realized that, well, it wasn't the best of Spider-Man movies. So we'll see if I notice why people are seemingly mad while playing the game. And I'm hearing things that there's just been screenshots leaked now from Troy Baker, the voice actor of Joel himself, but you know, but then I've heard that the whole plot game leak with hours of gameplay, if not the whole game recorded via hackers. Like, I'm really confused at the moment. When the dust is settled, yeah, we'll see what the fuss was all about. But anyway, Neil's tone and how he described, you know, the game kinda changed from what he said 2016 to 2017, and now most recently as of the recent video we got on PlayStation's channel, The Last of Us 2 Inside the Story. But yeah, he even states that there was some philosophical arguments within the studio about some of the events that happened in game. This combined with hearing that people are already divisive and most people that have seen the leaks are apparently mad at the story has me a little bit worried. But I am still going into part 2 with high expectations. Since in 2017 at least, after he said that some fans of part 1 aren't gonna like part 2, he later continued with this.
With the second game, what's hard for me, and I know other people on the team have this issue, is like we're again making something we really believe in. There's a fear, there's a challenge there, like we're trying to do something that's really challenging as far from the kind of, I feel like we're doing something innovative in the way we're telling the story that we won't be able to talk about until the game is out.
Yeah, right?
But you just have to lean into that fear and just say, you know, we're doing something we believe in. And the hard thing that I was getting to is there's going to be fans of the first game that aren't going to like the second game. And that we have to be okay with that. And there's going to be people that just never played the first game are going to love the second game. And all we have to do is all we can do is be true to ourselves and keep making what we believe in.
Right.
That's it.
That's absolutely right.
That has always worked for Naughty Dog, and that will forever be how we make games, and we will forever continue to make single-player, linear, narrative-based games.
Ooh. Oh my God. What about, and
Somebody give that boy a mic to drop.
yeah, give that man a mic to drop.
So even though there seems to have been a tonal shift with the way he talks about the game, he still jumped in with some positivity. Now, English is not my first language, and I'm gonna link all the source videos for you down below so you can check them out. Yeah, the whole panel, so to say, for yourself if you feel like I've taken things out of context. And there will be timestamps too, so you can jump straight into what I showcased, so to say. But why did he go from what he said in 2016 to then what he said in 2017? This leads me to think that there could have been a story change along the way. In Uncharted 4, we know that it went through some story changes. I'm not gonna delve into them here since there might be some people that haven't played that game. If you haven't played the Uncharted series, just, yeah, I highly recommend it. Do so now if you can. But story changes are not unique to Naughty Dog or the game industry at all. There's plenty of movies that have had their stories changed and reshot, etc. So, maybe that's why Neil kinda changed his tone about the game. And if new things were implemented, maybe that's when the philosophical arguments within the studio happened. Like I said, I think it's gonna be hard for me to see what's so divisive while playing the game unless the game is like The Walking Dead: A New Frontier. If you play that game, woof, I don't think part 2 could be that bad if the story is trash in any reality. Yeah, A New Frontier was, oof. What's weird too is, I don't know, like I said, even though I don't have this, you know, thick Swedish accent, you know, English ain't my first language, there might be some words that, yeah, I might misunderstand this. But what Neil's saying here is good from like an honest transparency standpoint. He's honest about it, he's saying that the game will probably be divisive. But like, from a company standpoint, I don't know, like, if you want to sell the game as much as possible, maybe that's not the best thing to say from a company standpoint, saying that some fans from part 1 will, yeah, I don't know, yeah. But why am I extremely hyped still? A factor to why I'm still extremely hyped for this game is a thing Haley said, which I'm gonna delve deeper into in the future. But take a listen.
The thing that Neil really cared about, that the studio really cared about, is honoring Ellie and Joel specifically, and their journey as characters. What is the honest next steps that they would take? What are the truest moves that we could see them do?
If they're honoring Joel and Ellie in part 2 and this game is focused around them, I don't see what could go wrong. Additionally, I want to showcase a thing that might come into fruition said on the PSX 2017 panel, but I hope it isn't the case.
You have this like this amazing thing, and you're like, I really hope I'm not the, you know, I don't mess it up.
Well, you will be the
Not me.
scapegoat. I promise
Yes.
you. If the game sucks, everyone will blame only you.
I mean, but that's
It's gonna happen on Reddit, yeah.
potentially fair. I mean,
Fans gonna blame Haley? Oof. I don't know if that's how the backlash is looking right now. So far, I've heard that it's more directed to Neil and Naughty Dog's social media, yeah. When I finish the game, expect a review. Expect me to be unbiased about the game and give my honest opinion. Even though Neil has had a tonal shift from 2016 while talking about the game. Even though there might have been some story changes that have created divisiveness within fans who have seen the leaks and divisiveness within the studio themselves, I am still gonna go into this game with high expectations. Please do not try to spoil others because you think you're saving them from being disappointed in the game. Like, there are honest YouTubers who will review the game, like AngryJoe and YongYea. People can check out their reviews if they're not certain if they want to get the game or not. My review is going to take some time since obviously I'm not going to get an early copy like big YouTubers usually do. And if you see Sony and Naughty Dog only giving out review copies to like big gaming outlets like IGN and those type of things, then that's a bad sign and you should be careful, you know what I'm saying? They should give out review copies to both, you know, the independent YouTuber and the outlet thing too. I have more trust in the transparency of the two YouTubers I just mentioned just now, yes. But anyways, to summarize, it's kind of ironic how Neil low-key predicted the divisiveness of this game. It low-key feels like there might have been some story changes like Uncharted 4 since there kind of hasn't been a tonal shift from Neil while talking about this game. I am still hyped for this game since we've heard things like Naughty Dog is gonna stay true to what they do. And so far, all the other games I've played from them have been, yeah, great. And we also have some very exciting words from Haley Gross, a writer for Part 2, that they're gonna honor Joel and Ellie in this game. But, those are my thoughts. Now what about yours? Be careful reading other people's comments. Like, share, sub with the bell if you're new. And learn, survive. And I'll see you when I see you.